exciting?
For me, yung pinaka-exciting is yung just tackling a Steven Sondheim musical alone was very exciting for me kasi it's my first time doing a Sondheim musical, and yung challenge to do yung music nito sobrang challenging, and then of course working with them, with these people. Yes, of course. My jowa, you're included. Ayun, so yeah, that's the most exciting part for me.
Yeah, I have to second that. The music is such a challenge, and I think a lot of us really like a good challenge. So to learn the music in, how many days do we have? 4?
No.
4-ish, 5-ish?
5-ish or 5?
5-ish.
Altogether.
Altogether, yes. About 5 days together to be able to learn the music. That was a fun challenge, and I think we did really, really well. So the whole Sondheim challenge, and then on top of that, being able to play on that stage with this incredible cast, you can't get any better than that. Oh, not to mention it's the 20th anniversary of Atlantis.
Yeah.
So.
I've worked with Atlantis for 17 years, I think. Yeah, more or less 17 years. Since 2002, I've been doing productions with Atlantis. Fortunate enough to be cast by Bobby and all that. But nothing prepared me for Sweeney Todd, really. 2 words, really. Steven Sondheim. I almost hate the guy.
Almost done.
Yeah, but he's a genius, no doubt, and to put his music into our bodies and tell the story at the same time with a very new way of telling the story was indeed a challenge for me. And I guess for most of us, except Leia, because she can do anything. So, no, but really, Leia is very inspiring to work with. If it weren't for Leia, I think our work would be a little bit harder. But she's there, and we know who she is. She knows who she is, but she's there to make sure everybody does good. Of course, there's Bobby Garcia to do that for us, our director, always. But with the added input of Leia, counting for us, it's things like that. Make sure I remember my lyrics and all that. It really helped because this musical is not easy. For anyone who's done this before, of course, I'd like to segue to a previous Sweeney Todd, Mr. Audrey Moore himself. He's done this, about 10 years ago, sir? Yeah, and I saw that show, and when I saw that show in Greenbelt, I saw how difficult it was. He started opposite, of course, the man, Julong Chengdu, another theater veteran. And I said to myself, I'll never do this thing. And here I am. So, and I respect the material so much that my body really hurts. So, yeah, nothing prepared me for this, and it's a wonderful experience.
Okay, what was the question again? I think I'll just I think the thing that was, this is not my first Sondheim show, it's my second. The first one was Into the Woods. And I had the best time doing that. But I think this might be one of my favorite Sondheim musicals, if not my absolute favorite. And there's an examination of just how far people can be pushed under certain circumstances. That's one exciting part of it. I mean, it's set in the Industrial Revolution where a pie shop like Mrs. Lovett's would be pushed out by the bigger, how the small bodegas, for example, in New York are being taken over by overtaken by the bigger stores, and people seem to be heading to those rather than the smaller shops. So there is that. There is desperation in this era, and the things that they do to survive and how they're able to justify those things. It's like being able to kind of step into the shoes of someone and try to empathize with even the most evil, murderous human beings that we get to play. It kind of lends you insight and kind of makes you think, well, life isn't all that black and white after all. Yes, the music is challenging. Yes, the music is difficult. And I've often headed home and just found myself like sitting down once I get home, just staring into space. My brain just, it's like it's going nonstop and trying to process all of the information. The nice thing is, after a while, and everything kind of works its way into your body, and all of a sudden everything makes so much sense, and everything clicks together, and you see how all of the pieces fit within the musical. And then you go, and it's so fulfilling and gratifying once you see how everything comes together and how everything fits together. It's exciting being in the show with these titans, I mean, whether they're brand new in this show, in the industry, or have been around forever, like Jepangan. Subtext, he's old. It's exciting being, singing and trying to figure out how to harmonize with his very unique voice. It's a very unique instrument that he has, and it's like nobody has this, and so it's a challenge for me to try to sound like it makes sense with him. It's wonderful getting to just sit to the side and watch Gerald as he puts pieces together, to watch Andrew, because that voice can make the floor vibrate. It's like just watching Nyoy, for example, he'll do something today. Bobby will say, can you please do this for tomorrow? And then watching the next day, seeing what he does and how he processes stuff. It's like my jaw hits the ground. And I'm like, this guy's a genius, And then Ima Castro and I have been together in Saigon here in Manila. And to see her play this, it's like, this is one of the most heartbreaking portrayals of this role I've ever seen, if not the most heartbreaking portrayal of this. It's like she takes a dagger and stabs you in the heart and then just keeps turning it and turning it. That's the effect that she has. And so this is even in the ensemble, it is a powerhouse cast of people and wonderful human beings with great senses of humor. We laugh every single day at lunch. Even upstairs in the waiting room, people are laughing. So it's a wonderful company to be in. So the challenge, as difficult as it is, you feel like the burden is shared amongst everybody, and that everybody kind of helps you carry what you have to. And it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling to be around a company of actors like that.
Well, for me, the excitement is very personal because I come from the opera world. And so, although I periodically visit the musical theater as an actor, the last time Manila saw me as an actor in the musical theater was in 1993, 94. Yes, Once on This Island. And it has been opera since then, right? And so, although I really love musical theater, in opera, your singing comes first. If a stage business gets in the way of your singing, then you have to stop acting. You have to sing, because opera is about singing. In theater, what's exciting is that sing that note gloriously, but bent over or doing a head spin. And so when I was younger, sure, but now I was so excited because I'm in my very late 40s and I was given an opportunity to do theater again in Manila. So this is exciting for me. I was very nervous, and then right away, with Japan, with Salonga, Ima Castro, I was like, okay, so I was just gonna dazzle them with my operatic voice. But and I'm so blessed because Bobby is such an awesome director, and so he works with me all the time. He used to say, oh, your voice is so nice, but you need to do this now for your character. And so, I always believe, you learn, you don't stop learning, or you don't stop reaching for what to learn until the last day you decide, okay, I don't want to perform anymore. That's the only time you will say, I don't want to learn anymore, because I don't want to sing anymore, I don't want to perform anymore. There's something new to learn. And so I was acting the second act rehearsal the other day, and I was telling Leia, oh my God, you are art. You're such an art to, I forget that we're enemies in this show. I also with Jen Pan, I'm so mesmerized each time. And so I learned a lot from them too. So these are daily live and breathe musical theater, and so this is what they do, and so it's very exciting, and so I'm glad to be part of this awesome cast. Everybody in this cast, we're so in love with each other. I think, right? Love you, no? Diba? So